Hello dear students, again most welcome to chemistry class. I hope that all of you are healthy and safe, and also you are doing your study very well. Now dear students, in the continuation of colligative property, to colligative property I have told you already in the previous lecture that the relative lowering of vapor pressure and elevation in boiling point of solvent. Now the third colligative property today which I want to discuss, that is depression in freezing points. So this is also a type of colligative property. So that's why this also depend upon the amount of solute particles, not their nature. So first of all you have to know that the freezing points. So as you know that the freezing point means the temperature at which what happens here, the liquid and solid form of substance have same vapor pressure. In that condition you can say that this is basically freezing point. That means water in liquid form or in the equilibrium with the water in solid form. This basically happen at the 0 degree centigrade. So this is the freezing point of water. Are you getting this point or not? Either you can say that in liquid solvent is in equilibrium with solid solvent. Are you getting this point or not? So here again we know that if we add the non-volatile solute, so what happens? The vapor pressure of solvent molecule decreases, and this you know that if the vapor pressure directly proportional to the temperature, that means heat freezing points. So that's why the freezing points also decreases, and that's why this is known as depression in freezing points. That means here the difference between the freezing point of pure solvent to freezing point of solution is known as depression in freezing points. Are you getting this point or not? So now let us focus on the graph again, just like I told you in the elevation in boiling points. So look the temperature T0 show the solvent freezing points, and P0 show the vapor pressure of solvent, pure solvent. T1 the solution first temperature, and T2 the temperature of solution second. So now look the condition. This is T0, and now after adding the non-volatile solute, what happens? The pressure decreases. Similarly, you can say the temperature also decreases. Here we move from T0 to this, and that difference is known as delta Tf, depression in freezing points. Now how we can find that? This depend upon the pressure. This I also told you in elevation boiling points. Similarly, look at here two triangles are formed, and they have similar nature because in case of very dilute solution they behave ideally. Look the triangles. Triangle means triangle BCE, and one more triangles BFD. In that triangles, look the, so now look the condition. EC divided by DF equal to BE divided by BD. Okay, in that conditions what happens? EC, that means T0 to T2. This you can written like this, T0 minus T2, and DF. Okay, so this is T0 minus what? You can write T1. Are you getting this point or not? Similarly, for this P0 minus P2 divided by P0 minus P1. Are you getting this point or not? Now again take the difference. So delta T2 divided by delta T1 equal to delta P2 divided by delta P1. So that means we can say that what about this? The delta T is directly proportional to delta P. Are you getting this point or not? So that means vapor pressure, the difference in vapor pressure is also depend upon the difference in temperature. Are you getting this point or not? So according to Raoult's law, again according to Raoult's law, delta T directly proportional to delta P, and this is directly proportional to molarity. So that's why delta T directly proportional to molality, that is molar concentration, and hence you can write like this: delta TF equal to KF into molality. If you open the formula of molality, so we get this formula like this: KF into W2 mass of solute multiply by 1000 divided by molar mass of solute and weight of solvent in gram. You can write it. Okay, so we get one other formula, that is delta TF equal to KF W2 1000 divided by M2 and W1. So this formula can also be used in the board examinations to solving the numerical problem related to this topic. Now, one more thing you know, that delta TF, just like a TB, is also equal to T naught F minus TF. In case of elevation boiling points, what happens here? The boiling point of solution minus solvent here. This is the freezing point of solvent, that is pure solvent, and this is freezing point of solution. So now the freezing point of solution less due to addition of non-volatile solute, they produce less vapor pressure. So that's why now the solvent, what happens here, freezes at low temperature, and that is known as depression in freezing points. So by this way you can calculate the depression in freezing points. One mistake you are always doing that. T naught F minus TF here. In case of boiling points elevation, TF TB minus T naught B. Are getting this point or not? So now let us focus some more important points regarding this concept, that is how we can calculate KF. So KF is basically known as molar depression constant. So here KF is known as molar depression constant, or you can also say that this is also known as freezing point depression constant. Okay, this is also known as freezing point depression constant. It is also known as cryoscopic constant. Cryoscopic constant. Okay, one more thing noted down that cryo means at low temperature. Here temperatures are minimized, so that's why we are talking about the cryoscopic constant. Now second thing you have to know about the unit of this. So KF equal to what is delta TF minus molality. So similarly as KB, they have same formula again. So K, that means K kg per mole. You can write like this. Either you can write degree centigrade molality. Okay. So by this way you can also find the unit of KF. Second thing, definition of KF. How we can define the KF? So again same thing. If molality is equal to 1, it may be defined as like that. In case of molality is 1, in that case what happens? The depression in freezing point is equal to molar elevation constant, molar depression constant. Are getting this point or not? So these are all things about KF and delta TF. Now let us focus how we can find the value of KF. So just like a KB, here we can also find the value of KF. Similarly, to look the conditions and formula. So for this we can write KF equal to R again T naught F square divided by 1000 multiply by delta H fusion. Are getting this point or not? In case of water, what happens here? In case of water, we have taken TF 273 Kelvin, or in case of calorie is approximate to. Here the fusion is 80 calorie gram inverse. Now computing this value for water. Okay, so we can calculate the value of K. So here 2 multiplied by 273 whole twice divided by 1000 and multiply by 80. So this will gives approximate answer 1.86 Kelvin kg mole inverse. So this is the molar depression constant for water. So as you know that these constants are basically nature of solvent. If solvents are changed, the value of this constant is also changed. So these are all about the depression and freezing points. Now some more thing you have to note down that equal, if we have the equal amount of solute in equal amount of solvent, in that conditions what happens, they have same depression and freezing point. Just like look the condition, we know that delta TF equal to KF into what happens, molarity. If we have taken 1 molar glucose and also we have taken 1 molar urea, so look the condition, both have same mole. In that condition both have same delta TF also. That means the delta TF of glucose is equal to delta TF of urea. Okay, that means equal amount of solute are added in equal amount of solvent. In that condition, they have same depression and freezing points. Are getting this point or not? Now let us focus on the application of what? Depression and freezing points. Okay, so the first application is we are using the anti-freeze application. So now first application is that we can use ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. The name of this chemicals are came so many times. The formula of this is C2H6O2. Are getting this point or not? You can write the structure like this: CS2OH, CS2 and OH. Okay. So this is ethylene glycol. So these are added to the car radiators or vehicles. Okay. To reduce the freezing point of water. Okay. So now with the condition, 35% volume by volume of ethylene glycol are added to the water to depress the freezing point. That means nearly minus 17.6 degrees centigrade. Are getting this point or not? And this is approximate. You can say that 255.4 Kelvin. So now after adding this at this concentration, what happened? Now the water, that is solvent, will freeze at this temperature, not 0 degrees centigrade. So this is the chemical which depress the freezing point of water. So that's why this is known as a type of anti-freeze. This is known as a type of anti-freeze. Okay. So one question may be raised. Write the name of anti-freeze which can depress the melting points of water. One more question may be raised. That means NaCl or calcium chlorides are used to clear snow on road. Why this can be happen? They also depress the freezing point of water. So that's why now the ice start melting. So that's why now the road are clear. So these are all facts regarding the depression and freezing points which are very important. Are getting this point or not? So now let us focus one numerical related to the freezing point depression. Here one question given like this: if 45 gram of ethylene glycol is mixed with 600 gram of water. So that means the mass of solute given, the mass of solvent given 600 gram. Calculate two things is asking: freezing point depression, that is delta TF, and freezing point of solution, that is TF. Okay. So first of all, we have to that we have to write the formula delta TF equal to what? KF. One more thing, KF of water given 1.86 kg per. Okay. So now KF multiply by W2 multiply by 1000 divided by M2 into W. So put the value of each. K given 1.86 multiply by W 45 gram multiply by 1000 divided by the molar mass of this is the mass of carbon, the mass of 6H and the mass of O2. So this will gives you 62 gram per mole. So this is 62 gram per mole and multiply by 600 gram of water. So from this you can get delta TF equal to 2.2 Kelvin. So this is the answer of first question, the freezing point equation. Okay. Now the second answer is how we can find this. So we know that delta TF equal to T naught F minus TF. This is freezing point of pure solvent. Here solvent is water. That's why this is 0 degree centigrade or 273.15 Kelvin. Are you getting this point or not? Now this is the freezing point of solution. Freezing point of solution. And this we have to know. So delta TF is find from here 2.2. Now putting this value, so what happened? 2.2 equal to 273.15 minus TF. So now TF equal to what happens? This will be minus. So 273.15 minus 2.2. So now what is your answer? This is 270.95. So this will give the answer 270.95. Are getting this point or not? So by this way we can calculate what? The freezing point of solution. So two questions are arising. So this type of question may be asked in the board examination. Maybe sometimes this is given the kilogram. So for this using this formula you to change into gram. Okay. So these are the basic points regarding the anti-freeze solution, depression in freezing points, and one of the more qualitative property, that is depression in freezing points. Are you getting this point or not? So dear students, go through the sheet and NCERT book. Okay. There are number of examples, number of questions are given here. You will do practice for them. Okay. So that you will be well understand this topic. Now till now, that is you have continued study. Okay. Stay healthy, stay home and stay safe. Are getting this point or not?